Hey Taurus, hi guys. So I just finished doing Aries signs, so I'm gonna try to make this really quick. I'm doing these on my phone. I took back the camera equipment I got before. I'm gonna get better camera equipment this week because I just basically had to buy a computer with a camera. I was trying to do or a tablet. I'm probably gonna do tablet because it's cheaper. Well, nowadays I don't know, but anyway, Taurus. Getting over all the minute details, but I'm back to my phone. But it did really good for Aries and let me do a pretty long video. So I'm going to try to go through for Taurus because the video is still on my phone and I'm probably going to run out of space. So Taurus, I'm going to do a 4-card reading for the end of June since we're already at the end of June, starting with Aries. You, Aries, Gemini, and Cancer. And I think Leo, possibly Virgo, but I'm sure it's through Cancer, maybe Leo will not get the 12-card Celtic Cross reading for these end of June readings. But you will be the first to get a 12-card Celtic Cross reading for July. So I'm going to start with Aries, do the 12 cards, and depending on my time constraints, if I run out of time, I'll just drop the other signs down to the 4-card reading, which is past, present, future, bottom card, overall energy, or however it reads when it comes out of the deck. And with that said, and with no further ado, let's go ahead and deal these cards out for Taurus. Want to say hey to all my Tauruses. In the past, I've had close relationships with Taurus, really good people, and let's see what's going on for Taurus. I'm gonna cut the cards, give us some energy, spirit, for what's going on with Taurus. All right, Taurus, for your past energy, you got the 6 of Pentacles. For the present energy, you got the 3 of Wands in reverse. And for the future energy, you have the 5 of Swords in the upright, and the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Cups, Taurus. So how this is kind of coming off is, Taurus, what are you doing? I feel like whatever you're doing is coming from a good place in your heart, but I don't feel like you're I don't feel like you're communicating. Wait a minute, guys. I got a message on the screen. So I don't feel like you're communicating that maybe to everybody, and your intentions are getting mixed up or messed up. So you just want to be careful that you're honest. Everything's above board. Don't think that you've gotten away with everything, or you just, if you've done anything in the past that you know karma comes back around on, don't see any small victories as big wins, and don't get too high on your ego and your thoughts just thinking you have it all figured out, because you know something that can kind of catch you off guard can come into play during the last part of the month. So the card that you got in your past position is the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles, hey Taurus, it's one of your cards. It's a Pentacle card. So it does represent the earth signs, the material signs, the Capricorn, the Virgos, and the Tauruses. And Tauruses, this could just mean that you've been generous to someone else. You've had some money to and I know this is true for Taurus, you've had some money to either give or be bestowed upon you. But I feel like that's Taurus. Especially from personal experience I have with Tauruses right now, and just have had over the past months. I feel like Taurus has not, and that's why I don't have a lot of Pentacle cards in this reading. I don't think Pentacle cards are an issue for Taurus. Tauruses, you guys are hard workers. You are the material signs of the zodiac, so you have to have the stability, the nice things. As you see, the gentleman that's handing out the Pentacles and the card, helping the 2 less fortunate individuals in the card, at least less monetarily fortunate individuals in the cards. He's dressed really nice, and he has the Libra scales in his hand. So Taurus, you may have just been dealing with you may have been dealing with the air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They could have that in the sun, moon, or rising, or just trying to really be fair about this giving. So maybe whatever caused you to contribute to someone else financially or something like that, or even if it was you, this was being given the money, it was done, or being provided some sort of stability, being provided or providing that for someone else, it's done out of a sense of fairness. I feel almost a sense of this is what's right to do, and then you put your money in the areas where you feel like it's fair and it's right to go. So that brings us, that's the 6. So that brings us to the 3 of Wands in reverse. So, you know, with the 3 of Wands in reverse, I feel like it's just not being able to move forward, Tauruses, not being able to move on, and maybe this past situation with the money and the scales of justice and fairness, maybe it has something. Maybe this is part of the reason why you're not able to move on. Maybe your funds are tied up in something, or this has created an issue where you really feel like you don't know what direction you're going into. You're not able to move on. You're not feeling action oriented or enterprising right now. You're not feeling you're not feeling as successful as you really materially may be, that was portrayed back in that 6 of Pentacles card. So I just feel like right now, Taurus, you kind of feel like, what the hell is going on? What direction am I going in? He's holding on to the wand. It's upside down, but he's holding on to the wand. This man is not falling. But are things in your life falling apart? You're stable, but what about the structures? You know, those wands in the ground like that, they represent posts to me. They represent structures. So how are the structures in your life? The structures of your family relationships, the structures of your home, what goes on inside of your home, the structures and the natures of your relationships with important people in your life. And, you know, for the future card, it's a 5. And the cards that you got, and now the past represents stability, as it would with that Pentacles card, because that gentleman on that card is providing a stability. He is stable. But then it goes down to the 3 of Wands, which represents a stagnation and an unstableness. It represents an instability. It's not stable. The 3 isn't a stable number, and then you come to the 5. So you're coming back up. You're working towards having an overall stability, not just the material, but you got to match the spiritual and the emotional with that material to really be happy. But then you come up to the 5 of Swords, which represents changes and struggles. 5s are numbers of changes, going through changes, going through struggles. And sometimes it's not that it's so difficult, but it's a change, and it's going to be for the better to get you to that next level. But in that card, you know, he has defeated, and you know, swords are a card of mental. So you may feel like you've defeated somebody mentally. Maybe you've had some communications that just weren't going through. There's some information they don't know, but those 2 people still live to fight again. You're only holding 3 swords in your hands. 2 are on the ground. 2 are on the ground, so the battle has not been won. And the swords that are on the ground are laying all wildly, and the way he's holding 2 up and 1 down, it almost looks as if this has gotten him maybe into a worse predicament in the future. But there's a chance that maybe, you know, the kindness bestowed in this card, because I always see this card as, yes, this man has a sly little trickery and a sly little defeat, which in the end may not turn out to be a defeat at all, because the same 2 people that you see walking away may be the ones to come back and destroy him. But there is an air. This is an air card. This is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius card. So you're getting a lot of things that have to do with communications and fairness. If it's not people in your life, and I really feel like it's not, I feel like it's more of an energy, Taurus. If it's not people in your life, it's an energy of communication and being fairness, and then letting that show through your actions, turning that 3 of Wands upside down. So what I always get from this 5 of Swords card, even though it's changes, you know, that was a little fight to conquer those 2 people and get them to put down their swords. But at the same time, he did let them walk away alive. You know, they did walk away with their life. So Taurus, no matter what's going on and what you're going through, and no matter what's weighing on you or what decisions you're trying to make or situations you find yourself in, you have put out some good karma. So you have to know, just keep it real with people, and that good karma is going to come back to you. Maybe those actions of kindness that you've shown in the past and those things that you've done will be the things that will make someone not want to destroy you. What will let you slide to that next level or make it to that stage, or have somebody help you, or let you get by to be successful, because maybe you did put out some good karma just by letting, you know, a bygone be a bygone. A person leave with their life just by showing some form of kindness and consideration. Things, they aren't going to turn out that bad, Taurus. They aren't going to turn out that bad. And that's witnessing the overall energy at the bottom of the deck, which is the Three of Cups upright. So with the Three of Cups upright in this reading, what I'm getting for Taurus is, Taurus, definitely several people in your life that's going on that you are partying up with, you are philandering with, you're having conversations with. I just feel like Taurus is just kind of chilling and thinking about what it wants to do. It's been kind, it's been generous, it's taking care of people. But Taurus, have you really kept it real with people? Maybe now you're thinking of, well, how can I change my actions and the way I move about things so that when I move forward, I'm more confident about the enterprises I have going on. I'm more confident about the things I set in motion. I'm more confident in watching my what I sow come to harvest because of the good energy that I put out. I didn't do things in trickery or deceit or with manipulative or with ill motivations. You did them from the goodness of your heart and from a good place, so that no matter how others may hurt you or the things they do, that your karma is what you make it, and others have to live their own karma. So I see in that Three of Cups card, I see some emotional happiness, Taurus. I feel like once you make some decisions about what you want to do and how you want to move in some of these affairs and some of these situations, and you keep it real with people, and you're communicative about those things, and just really keeping things above board, I feel like you'll rest easy for maybe the rest of the month and going into July. So if not altogether, that just meaning some parties and some celebrations, Taurus. Maybe you've got some plans to do a little something special or kind of do it up for 4th of July, and let your hair down and do that. Let your hair down and do that. Like when I said I felt like you were philandering with multiple people, I get both readings from the cards. These are general tarot readings. So if it applies to you, it applies. If it doesn't, it flies. So when I said I get philandering with multiple people, in that Three of Cups, I see celebrations and also 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, 6 ways, associations. I don't see one-to-one commitments, one-to-one relationships, no one-to-one decisions right now. Everything has a third wheel on it. Everything is kind of about a crowd. It's about different people. It's about getting out and really finding what fits Taurus. And Taurus just being happy and not so fucking serious all the time, Taurus. If you've had some decisions you've had to make and some things going on, just let your hair down for a little bit. I mean, those issues ain't going to go nowhere until you resolve them. And if you don't resolve them now, they're just going to come back to haunt you later in life for you to learn the lesson again. So you might as well just let your hair down for a little bit. Because Taurus does keep a pretty serious demeanor on the outside a lot of times. Not that they're always serious with their actions. I mean, they may seem like they're always above board, but they're not. They're not. But Taurus, if you've been really uptight lately and you just frustrated, just go ahead and let your hair down for a little bit. We do have the 4th of July holiday coming up, and Taurus, I know you work hard. If nothing else, I know you work hard. You're all about that stability. So it's just time to relax a little bit and see if some of that good karma you put out is going to come back to you, Taurus. So the card I have to help you with some of this, maybe to help you move forward with some of this energy that's going on in your reading, and I don't read these in the reversals. This is the Psychic Tarot cards for the heart by John Holland, and the card that you got was Shine. It's the number 19 card, and it's Shine. 9 and 1 is 10, which brings you to a 1 number. Like I said, it's about Taurus. I don't see any coupled up relationships. I don't see, not immediate. Like I said, my readings transcend times. For the sake of humanism, I put these dates on them. But you may watch this video whenever and say, oh, well, she said that is true. That's coming up for me. But this is for the end of June. But what it's saying is, with the 1 and the 9 and the 1 making the 10, a completion of an old cycle. Whatever you've been through in the past, whatever the situation of the fairness, all that shit is done. It is done. It is time to formulate the way you're going to move forward. Take the time to Taurus. It's back to the number 1. If you do not take the time to learn the lessons. And see, people think you move through life, but you don't take time to process what just happened to you. You don't take time to really learn the lessons. And in order to learn lessons and process what happened to you, you cannot go out with your friends all the time. You can't jump right back into next relationships. You can't have a boyfriend and a girlfriend that you're hanging out with all the time. You would read books and you would try to center yourself spiritually, or you would go out and reach out to certain groups, whether that's church groups, spiritual groups, educational groups, taking some classes in school just to learn, not about getting a degree, but just continuing education classes for adults, to maybe things on like Tai Chi or you know, the Kabbalah, or you know, looking into Muslim, Islam, Judaism, you know, looking into crystal healing, spirit works, the things that we do, tarot cards. Anybody can learn to read tarot. Anybody can learn the meanings of the tarot cards. You just got to bring your intuition and your insightfulness to it, and your empathy to it. You know what I mean? So if maybe when you are going through something, those are the things you do. Anything else is a pacification. Drugs, alcohol, people, places, and things. Material things, in case that wasn't clear for you. And until you really learn the lessons, respect yourself, because you had to first learn what you went through and then what part you played. See where you were treated fairly and you weren't untreated fairly. What you did to be treated fairly and to treat someone unfairly. Then you have to go through the process. First, you have to recognize it. The first step is recognizing it. The second step is owning it. Because you could see something saying, I didn't do that. That wasn't my fault. That was owning it. You have to own it and claim it. And then the next part is looking to see. And it's hard to even own the issues, because I bet you think you know what the issues are. And then you go through life and you're saying, that's what that meant. It is really hard to recognize and do the self-work. It's the hardest thing in life. And that's what these tarot readings and everything are all about, to help you do the self-work. Taurus and any other zodiac sign that may be watching this sun, moon, or rising. So then you say, okay, well, this is what I really need to change. And you have to find the tools. You can't just fix it. You can't just fix it. If I have a hole in the wall, my chair broke, my refrigerator broke, I can't just fix it. It first has to be diagnosed. Somebody's got to tell me what's wrong, and then the person has to bring the proper tools to fix it. Because if something happens to the chair, the refrigerator, if I don't have the tools here, I can't fix it. So you first have to get the proper tools, and that was through some of the avenues. Even if it's swimming, walking, going outside, putting your feet on the ground. Tonight is a strawberry moon. You can walk outside with your feet off. Just praise the time of harvesting. Praise the time of sweetness, of joy, of lovers, things that are sweet, sweet emotions, things that make you feel good, taste good. You know what I mean? So it is doing the work. You got to have the tools, and in the process, you fix it. And in the end, you shine. You shine like a radiant ball of energy, a radiant ball of light like the sun. Because after you do all of that, you have truly ascended to the heavens, and you will shine. Because the light that is coming through your soul will shine out through you. And I know you've heard of this, and it's called the aura. The aura. The aura. And when you're really in touch with yourself, people can see your aura. And even if you can't see someone's aura, you can feel it. Have you ever walked up on somebody, and just because of their presence, just because of their smile, just because of the vibe, I guess we call it the vibe now, since a lot of people can't, see, and it's not seeing with these two, it's seeing with this one. You know what I mean? With the vibe you get from somebody, and like who's saved it. Like say you lost in the city, you want to ask for directions. You kind of know, you get a vibe from people like, no, I'm not gonna ask them. They don't seem too friendly. I'm gonna ask this person. Or you just get a vibe like, I tend to walk around with a friendly disposition. Not that I'm always in the mood all the time to be fucking friendly, because I'm not. It's just my disposition. It's who I am. And it's a positive thing, so I see no need to change it about myself. I have to hone it in so that I'm not so open to everybody, because people are vampires, bloodsuckers. They'll suck up all your fucking energy and move on. And they'll be on this like Superman high because now they got your blood. But anyway, so, I tend to be like that. So I have a lot of people that approach me because I'm pretty sure I give off a safe and welcoming energy. Just like when somebody gives off that Grinch, don't even walk in my direction energy. Like, I know how to be like that. If I want to go outside and not be talked to, then I put on like my fake frown or something. But so you get what I'm saying about just the 9 and the 1 being a 10 a completion of an old stage, a completion of an old you. It's a new stage. If you want new results, it's time to move on to a new cycle. And if you don't move on, you will be moved on, and you'll keep repeating the same lessons under the guise of new situations. So Taurus, I love you guys. I hope this helped. I will be back before the end of this month is over, or at the very beginning of July. You will be the second sign, because Aries will be the first that I'll do a complete reading for, and we can get just a little bit more insight and specifics into what's going on, guys. But these 4-card readings are really good. I think sometimes since I've been doing kind of those bigger readings, it leaves a lot to the mind, or you may still have more questions because it is so broad and it touches on different things that, you know, those bigger readings can be better for in-person readings sometimes. But I'll still do them because I know you guys like longer videos and you like to get all the information you can when you're really serious about doing the soul work. So I thank you for joining me, Taurus. Stick with me as I get my channel together and shit. I mean, you know I do this because I love you guys. Thanks. Deuces. Love you.